Hello, everybody. It's Friday again, and now we have a backend stream. And as you can see, not with Andreas, sondern Moritz joined us today, and we wanted to continue with our Vapor testing, I would say. And we thought we try the backend for our movie time app with Vapor, at least maybe one call today, or I don't know, maybe we finish it today and let's see. So with that said, should we directly jump into the code?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
What is it? Moviedb.org. I think yes. Right. API. That's what, isn't it?
I don't know. So yeah. So the API key we shouldn't show in the stream.
Right.
Just to
yes. API.
So
overview.
if you want to create one or show one,
I already created
let
one.
me know.
Actually pretty simple. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. Yeah. So yes, let's just start with Vapor. Nice framework. There's already the CLI we introduced last time, and this time let's just call it the MovieDB. Ooh. Of course. Let's do that again. Fluent we will not use right now. That's for the database. We don't need it right now, and we definitely don't want to have a front end part in the backend. So let's just create this and open the package, and voila.
So that's basically the same we did last time, just creating the project and a controller and stuff like that.
And ooh, wow. Okay, let's start again.
Are you on the beta or which one?
But it worked.
Which one?
I think still the first one, but it worked the whole time. There was no.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, this one is a very short stream, so.
Oh, gotta be kidding me. Okay, let's see. What can I do?
I think we need some sound effects for things
Gotta
like
be
that.
kidding me.
So. Yeah, half the word.
So what's
it's perfect. Perfect Friday.
Seriously, perfect Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, as long as it's not.
Don't move.
Well, actually, I can. Well, let's see if it. Yeah, I think I can't open it right now. But of course, you can also do the. We can just run it like this. So we can do Swift package. Nope. Keycaster, just for the audience, starting. So Swift build, Swift run. Why isn't it?
And you only have the beta installed, or also the.
Yeah, since this is my laptop, it's only got the beta, but it worked a minute ago because I already tried it. But for some reason, of course, not now.
Yeah.
So let's just do it like this, and okay, it's ready, and it's still loading something here, and crash.
No crash?
Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. Never mind. Okay, this worked. Perfect. Let's just do this.
Oh,
It doesn't matter. What?
maybe it's not the Xcode.
Yeah, let's see what happened here. But there's... Hmm.
And if you just restart Xcode.
Processing files. This is interesting. I don't know why.
That's not really working.
No. Okay. Doesn't matter.
Your Mac could not determine current working directory.
Debugging.
Okay, there's something wrong.
Something seriously wrong. What the who?
Okay, let me think what we can do otherwise.
And it crashed again.
So that's why you should not only install a beta version.
So actually, this is the first time this happened to me, because I used the beta because I want to have the new functionality.
Maybe restarting your Mac. So
Great idea. Great idea. Okay.
Sometimes it helps.
Sometimes it helps. Yeah, you're right. So let's just.
So while Moritz is restarting his Mac, chat. Any ideas what we can do in the meantime?
I thought it would be a bad idea to download and open the new beta 3, which came out a few days ago.
We can do it live.
But yeah, I'm just verifying and then running that one. Maybe that would work.
Yeah, I have installed the beta 3 and it's working.
Okay.
At least for me.
Yeah, so you can show my screen again. I will just...
Okay, then let's switch back.
So, interesting part here is, let's open this up. Where? Oh, there you go. So there actually is there are all the files in here. Those are the ones we need.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, what the who? In the bin. Okay, this can't work.
Oh, you aren't in the correct folder. Okay, maybe that's the reason.
Nice.
That's definitely not the right folder.
User.
Yeah, maybe we can fix that. So.
Okay, now I know why. Okay, so let's do the vapor thing again, because now it should actually work in here. No and no. Let's see. Okay, we're in the correct folder and this should also work. Okay, and open package Swift.
Yep. That should not take that much time.
Let's hope this will work. Because I removed the old code I worked on earlier, and when I ran Vapor, it just for some reason didn't take the new folder for whatever reason. Okay, so we want to change the new. Great. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, just take one. And if it doesn't work, then we switch it.
Gotta be kidding me.
That's why
Wasn't there supposed to be?
that's why I uninstall the beta before I install the next one.
Okay.
But it looks better now.
It looks better now. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. As soon as we do it right, it works.
Great. We are off to a good start.
Okay, let's rewind the last 10 minutes and restart again. Welcome. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just a short recap. This is the actual program we're just gonna run. There are some nice new things which will actually replace this in the new Swift 5.7 and the new Xcode, but Vapor hasn't updated it yet, so this is still the default.
Okay.
You basically don't have to change anything here. What you want to do is the application should run and you want to configure it. And this is actually the application. So first we call the configuration and then we call the routes.
Yeah, it's basically the default project.
Yes.
When you create it. We saw that last time. Yeah.
So in the configuration we call routes. So we can do it this way, quick and dirty, or we can do it with actual controllers. And for some reason they don't have any controllers in here. So we're going to do this with controllers because we want it nice and clean. Let's call it, I think one of the endpoints is search. And the other ones are lists, right?
Yeah.
So let's call this
search controller.
And of course, is it big enough? Maybe not.
Yeah, it's okay.
Then let's do it in one. So I already had my two packages the last time. And I'm going to use them again here because it's just easy that way.
And these packages, are they available as open source or?
Yes, so you can just go. So it's just a little helper.
Okay, so we could create a Git repository with this project later on or next week or something, so the viewer can have a look at the code.
So I already provided some
perfect.
Code for it, some examples.
Yeah, then we can link it in the description or something. Yeah.
So, but for some reason, there you go. Here, right there. Now you should see what I'm typing.
Yep.
Okay, and we of course also want to add this product. What?
Dot product.
And this one is common vapor.
So are there any questions in chat till now? If you have any questions, feel free to
also
tell us.
This one, maybe I don't really need this one. String soup for, maybe we don't need this yet.
Yeah, we can add it if we need it. So
okay, so just this one, and of course save it. This is the only file you have to save, because then it will trigger the update for all the packages you see on the left side. And it looks like this time we don't have any errors. There's
That looks okay.
version number after everything, so we can just use it. Perfect.
Flappy, hi.
Ha! Hello. Yeah, he followed me. We had a nice little chat with Aflux Logics this week, and I told him that I'm going to do
A stream today.
And in Vapor, so
Yeah.
hi Flappy. Okay, so this will have to we have to confirm to the route collection we want to do. And the route collection is basically has this function, which will integrate here, func root routes. Perfect. And of course, we also have to call this in here to check really quick. So we're doing app register, and then we want to have the search controller. And well, we can leave those in here, but this should suffice. Okay, and I'm actually not sure what the structure was that Andreas put out. I usually start with some kind of versioning. So let's call it version 1. Routes, group, and V1. Could probably already add the search part to it. So this would then bundle everything, or can be used for everything if you have the URL.
So then basically the path is /v1/search/
right. So it's then some kind of URL, and then you have v1 search / and now
maybe
doesn't have to be
additional stuff.
Doesn't have to be a search a slash there, but that's just this part.
Okay.
So then it can do the version 1. Oh, yeah. Well, let's keep it like this. Can do.
So now you are defining the actual endpoints on the path.
Yes.
Okay.
And we can just do this and then have this call a function which will then handle the request. So we're doing a search function which gets a request, and this should be async, and it should be able to throw, and return value should be a response. This is something we covered before.
Yep.
That I try to answer with a response instead of some kind of object I have. So I could, of course, do some kind of object here, but what will happen if I have an error? And I want to handle it and not throw it somewhere so someone else would handle it. So I will try to give this a response. And we can also import common vapor, because this one will actually give me the possibility to the responding here, which has a few functions which will help me.
That's the wrapping stuff we saw.
That's the
last
wrapper
time.
stuff, right? So this time you can have any kind of content, which in the Swift or on iOS or macOS this would be decodable, decodable, but has some other stuff. But yeah, this is basically whatever you get back. There's a detailed error report, contentful protocol that will actually be able that you can clarify what kind of error you want to throw back. It could even handle just a normal error. So if you try to get some API and it will return error, then you can actually just pass it in and it will create a response with an error inside. But mainly I need this, which will create a response, and this is already implemented here.
So basically it's a protocol extension.
Right, so I can already do return wrap this, and this would be, I would be done. So yeah, so the search, as far as I know, we have a query element here for a search term, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will ask the request to
Query.
Get me the query, and this is also decodable or codable, so I can just use it to give it a codable object, and then I can receive it. So we could do let's do a search term query. And let's put this in a new folder. Let's call this content and create a new file. These three actually are, as I explained in the last one, are actually not part of Xcode. But if you try to import Foundation in the Vapor project, it will crash. So I created those three things, and we can just use it. And the search term query, yes. And this is supposed to be confirming to content. And I guess how does it work? Is it Q and then, do you know?
I think it's Q, but we could have a look at the GitHub repository of the other backend of the Quarkus Kotlin thing. It should be Q. If you opened it on the left side.
GitHub, nope.
Yeah, but we can also have a look at the documentation of the API.
Ah, true. It's the same. They just did the same thing.
No, it's not. API overview. And somewhere there is a where is it? No, there's somewhere a link.
So
yeah, API documentation.
See.
So and then on the left side somewhere you can find search, yeah, and then
perfect.
But you have to, it's search companies, it's the wrong search. You have to search movies. It's the fourth one.
Of course.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why is that the first one? Okay,
it's
so
query.
it's query.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
with a paging and a language. And of course the API key.
Yeah, well, this we will put in. These could be part of the. Okay, let's do query. Supposed to be string. Let language. That's also string. And the last one might be.
So that's basically the object which we get when the endpoint is called, right?
Right.
So
yes.
we have strings and not the real objects, for example, like a locale or something like that.
True, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we can just well do the decoding manually. Just like in iOS, you have what you have to do. So we could actually do this, and
yeah, we can start with a string and change it later on. So
yeah. So one downside to this is that Xcode always thinks that Foundation is available, which means you have all possible classes available.
But you can't use them.
But you can't use them.
Nice.
And this is especially a little bit annoying because when you run it, it could actually run into an error and you don't see what it is. Or most of the server code, of course, runs not on a Mac system, but on a Linux system, which will then in turn have a whole lot of different problems.
Okay.
So yeah, we will stick to this. I think if we keep those, then we shouldn't have to do anything special. So we can do let query, and I think that's a try. And we can do the do little dance. And return rep error e. And then we can just move this up here. We'll definitely have something different here, but
yeah, we can. Yeah, maybe we can just print it in out the query, so to see what it gets, and then try the call if the endpoint is available and stuff like that. Or do you want to implement all the stuff and then test it later on?
Yeah, no, we can just print it. Might be interesting.
Just to see if the wiring of the endpoint stuff is okay.
Right.
Because we should already able to call the endpoint, right? When it runs.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Actually, not sure if we have this or if I have to do. I think this might have to be the one we use. Is that true? Let's see.
Okay, succeeded.
Sounds good. Okay. So I'll just create a new Postman collection. The movie.
And then we can test it with Postman, right? So if you want to start this Vapor thing now, you just run in Xcode or?
Yes.
Okay.
The only thing we need. Just
Okay.
run Vapor. It's running. It tells me, hey, that's your address. And we can, of course, check it here. And this should produce it works because those are the
That's
first
the default
two.
route. Yeah.
Those are the ones we have here. So nothing behind it. And if we do the same with hello, then it's hello world. So this route already works.
So now we can say
let's see
/v1/search.
See if this one works.
Yeah, value not found. Okay.
No string was found at query. Yes, so we want to have.
So Cappy90, thanks for the follow.
Query
test. Oh. And then the other stuff
is... yes, but just some small things.
Not optional, so you have to provide everything.
Right.
So the language, we could say it's optional, and the page.
There is an after decoding.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I can do this. And then here I could set dun. Well, let's see if this works first. Stops. Of course, you always get the printout here. And here it says.
You have to rerun it. Okay.
It is running. And nope. So this worked. And let's see, is there any? No. So this one did not work. I think I can just as well do this part. Because maybe it's not the correct log level. But I also have to check how to reset the log level. So I think I haven't done this in a long time. All right, it's running. And what? And this time it should have, yes. So this time we do have all the information we need.
Okay, so basically we get an optional test language. Okay.
Okay. So
so now we could say if we don't get a page, we always do the first page and stuff like that in the default language.
So we of course have to use the request again, and this little helper I wrote. Normally you have to use the client here and then do the get stuff, but this is easier and quicker. Here we of course have to use the correct URI for some reason. I don't know why. As you can see here, it's down the URL, the URI. Yeah, but that's not a problem. Dun, 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 dun. Host port, host port path and query. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. So that's basically the URL from the MovieDB API.
Right, that should be this part right here. So we can, let's see, I think this is the base part, right?
Yeah, the scheme is HTTPS, then the host should be api.themoviedb.org. And the
Yeah,
path
but we can
is...
put this somewhere with more better place. So let's call this movie DB API and put this somewhere safe. Movie so since we will have more than one, we can do this. And do, let's see, search. And we want to have a term.
Language and page. And everything optional, right? The language and the page, we could say, okay, if we don't get one in the request, we can say set some default values, but the search term, the default value would be what? Empty. So I think the term is option. I don't know. Because when you call the search, you won't actually do a search. So
right, yeah.
Could require that the search term is available, and if not, then we don't make it optional in the request in the Vapor. So we say language and page is optional, so you can provide it or not, but the term has to be there. So in the endpoint, we can say the search query, or how we called it, is not optional. Otherwise, we get a search error.
So do it like this.
Because a search without a query makes no sense.
Correct. So what would be nice is to have
to get directly to the URL. Or what do you want to do?
Yeah, we could let's call it endpoint. What?
Now we could say if we don't get a language, we say it's English, for example. So set default values.
Right. Yeah. What's the best way? We still have this, this part right here. So we could let's call it base URL. Do this. So now terms is not Just think about if this would be a function, then I can throw it and tell it, okay, I don't have this, I don't have this. Or I have an empty search term. But if I do it as a computed variable, then I, of course, don't have the option, and all the errors I have to be fixed before I return something.
We can do a function, so like get endpoint or something, which returns an URI, and it's throwable. Endpoint or
And so like this. So same thing here.
So we could check if language or page is nil, and then set it, and then we can create a URI. Yeah, we could say
could be empty, right?
Yeah, then just do a guard or iflet, and if it's empty, then throw an error. So we can create the movie DB API URL error, and then say, okay, we do guard let term equals term. Then it's okay. If not, and if it's not empty, then we go on. Otherwise, in the else case, we say throw the MovieDB API URL error, for example, which we could create.
Yeah, let's do that as well.
Also an enum, yeah, and it's error. And then we say case no search term provided or something like that. And yeah, and now we can throw this one. Because if that's not provided, we say, okay, that's definitely an error. And next step could be that we check the language and the page. And if they aren't set, then we set a default value, for example.
Right. Didn't put the option in here.
Or we have to create a path right now, right? So everything, no, it's not a path.
What?
We want to create a UI.
I will do this right here, because then there's only one place I have to make sure to catch it. Otherwise, I have more than one option. So I will leave this in, because now the term is optional. I have to check if it's there at the first place, and then if it's empty. In that case, I can throw it.
You have the case in row 8, it's not optional. That's why the compiler is complaining. So in row number 8, search term
number 8,
the string has to be optional.
Ah, true. That's a problem. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So now we checked that the search term is available. Now we can say, okay, we check the language. What do we want to create now? It's the path, right?
Right. So it's
the complete path.
Supposed to be something like
So we can start with the.
We can say equals this. Right. So it says this, and I think
Then you can
I
add the
do
component or query.
query, and do I have to?
What do you want to do?
To check really quick. I'm not sure how if this is a dictionary or if I can just put values in there. Just have to quickly look.
Control click.
Yeah, not really. I already did this, but I have
Okay.
to look in my
Normally
my
the
project.
query should be path components, right?
Should be append query items. Yeah, so it's more like what? Content of nice. It's a string.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
only a
Yeah.
query string. So now you can add the components. So we need the v1, the search, and then so the base URL we have right now is api.themoviedb.org/3. Then we need /v1. So we have to add v1 and search.
Let's see. I think it has to be in here.
Small h.
Oh, yes.
Caps lock. No.
Why? Isn't this a string? What?
Oh, and now we can add.
I'm just no exact match in color. Okay, then let's just do this because we will have this endpoint anyways. All of them. Don't need this one. So this time we can just use.
No, that doesn't matter. The static one should also work. It's not a correct initializer, so you have to type something in front of the base URL. So,
but the problem is.
Yes, string.
Yeah.
And that one is a string, so. Yeah.
There's a problem. Okay. Okay.
So the static one would also.
Yeah, that
work.
was a problem. I didn't know why it didn't. Yeah.
So now you can append the stuff.
So
we need the path components, because now we need v1/search/. So URL dot. The query is only the question mark thing.
Right. Yeah.
So that we don't.
True. Yeah. So
we need a path in front of it.
URL dot path, which should be search movie, right? And the query.
Then we have the query with API key. And then when you add the API key, maybe we should do a secret.swift file, which you create when I don't show you monitor. And then just do it as a constant, and then you can just use it.
Sounds good, yeah.
Okay, then, yeah, basically a secret.swift or something like that, or API key.swift. Or just create somewhere in a file which you don't have to open a constant. And tell me when it's done, when I can switch back to your monitor.
Mm. Okay, what?
You need sound effects like Jeopardy music. So dun, 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 dun.
Let's see. You're still not trying my perfect.
Yeah, you can do it.
Okay, and in here you go. So let's see if I have access to it.
Can I switch back or?
Yes, you can
Okay.
switch back.
So
So it's of course secret, and it's for MovieDB secret.
yeah. Now
Good.
don't open it and don't open the secret file.
I don't know if I. Oh, okay.
And maybe close the tab just in case.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Nice.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. So this would be.
So now you have to query it's.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's a better way for it, but I used to do it like this. So let's say that's the starting point. And at the end, of course, I want to. How do I do this? Dun, 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 dun.
Isn't there a function for this? Query is not a string, right? You can append parts of it, or?
It's a string.
Okay.
Yeah,
then,
right.
Okay.
That's the problem.
Yeah, then we have to map it. So basically key equals value. Right?
Yeah, so I can do this a little bit shorter. I have an extension for strings, which tells me to append those and then just keep them in there.
Okay. Yeah.
So easy peasy. And
we prepared something, or where does it come from?
Yeah, I already
you
had
already
this.
prepared it. Okay.
So in this way, I can do append query items. Yes, there you go. And we just use our query items. Okay.
Okay, now we have to add them. So API key.
So there's an if. Oh, there's supposed to be a search term already. So let's do the query items. Update value for value
is search term.
Search term
for key, and that is search, right?
I have to check. No, it's query.
So and the next one is then API key. Maybe you can just copy the string from the documentation in it, then we don't have to switch every time.
You mean this one?
Yeah,
right,
the example one, yeah. Then it's a little bit easier.
Yeah, you are so smart.
Okay, we have API underscore key. Is the next one. The value is our secret. You can delete row 21. Okay, then we have API key, we have search term,
we need
then we need language. So, and language is optional, so we have to check if we have a language. Otherwise, we can say it's English.
And this. What's it? Like this. And
Then we have page, which is also optional on our side. So we have to say page. If we don't have it, we use 1.
1 or 0?
I think they start with 1, but I'm not sure. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
And the key is page. And that should be the necessary stuff.
And this should work.
So, and then we say we append all the query items, and yeah, the result of the call we should. What does it return, a URL?
I will just return this one right here.
So, and that should give us the correct URL. So we can try it in the endpoint to call the endpoint function and see and print out what we get.
Reason. Yes.
Maybe not print out because the key is in there.
Who?
Yeah, maybe you, but we can say we can invalidate the key later on, because if you print it in the console, you see it, everybody sees.
Right, but I can just do the call with it. Should work. Let's see why.
Hi, Flux.
Huh. Nice to see you. Okay, this should.
So.
Why am I not allowed to do this? It's not supposed to be. Okay, never mind. Well, I guess not as pretty as I was hoping for, but okay. So what we'll do, of course, is use this. Nope, not here. Control.
So now we can say search.
URL search. We want to have the query dot.
How's Vapor been going? Yeah, good so far. I would say we are struggling a little bit with it, but yeah. Hopefully we can do a query in a few seconds. And then, yeah, let's see.
Okay, so let's query.
You have to save it into the... So, and then we say endpoint dot, and maybe you add the dot endpoint to row 15 at the end.
True.
Endpoint is a little bit...
You are right. So let's do it like this. And
then we have the get endpoint. Then how do we execute this?
This will actually execute it.
Okay.
But what we want to do is we, of course, want to await the answer.
Mm-hmm.
So let's call result equals await this.
And then we want to wrap the result.
Try, await. Which way is it?
Try await. I struggle always with the order. So yeah, now you have to use the result.
Please
Try await.
wait. Okay.
And then
if I print out the result, do I also print out my API key?
I don't know. Hopefully it's not in the result.
The first.
It should be in the request, yeah, but hopefully not in the response.
True.
Otherwise, we have to invalidate later.
Yeah.
Or flux can use it.
No, wait. We have something else to do. Especially we have to find out what kind of answer we get back, because we have tried out. Send request. Am I missing something? Are you serious? I have to.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We don't do that. So yeah, just execute it and see what
yeah,
we get.
It doesn't work because now I have this.
No, on our side.
Yeah, I know, but okay, let's try to print the result.
If we have luck, the API key isn't in there. Otherwise, we invalidate it.
I'm actually not sure if I can even write this down. Might be an issue because.
Or let's only print out a status code or something if we get a 200 or something, or an error or something.
So what did
and the chat says everybody is closing the eyes. So
okay, and
I can switch the scenes if you want. So.
Well, I can do it safely. So I can run it, and then I can close this. So it's running, and right here we're testing it. This goes to
maybe change test into something else just to.
What was the word? Marvel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, it says okay. So.
It says okay.
Not found. Cool.
Not found.
Yeah, maybe we have to print out a URL. Maybe we have an error in the URL.
Probably. So, wait. So let's do this. And stop right here. Because of course breakpoints work. And wrong one. And go. Huh.
Okay.
Look at that. Awesome. All right. So we have
API the movie.
who is this?
We had this
API.
Okay. There's something missing. The version number after org/ isn't there.
Why isn't
the base URL is not correct? What? Yeah, the /3/ is missing. The version number on the DB API side. Because you see it in row 31, you have org/3/.
I wonder if I have to do this. Oops.
Yeah, maybe the initializer is cutting it off.
Yeah, because that's the whole path.
Yeah.
Could be. Okay, let's rerun it. It's running. What? Okay, and let's see it.
Now it's
that
in there.
Looks a lot better.
Yeah, not exactly the after the question mark. It's this one's wrong. There shouldn't be a what's and sign.
Yeah, I guess that's part of this one.
Yeah,
because
that shouldn't be on the first one.
Right. So if let great. If query dot is empty, then
You could also say on a string this how is it called? Yeah, let's start with that.
quick fix. Not the prettiest one though. Okay,
Now it's bad.
looks better. Language.
Okay, now stop it. Then remove the breakpoint, add the API key, and close the console, and then restart.
Yeah, let's see if that works.
And let's see what we get. And otherwise, we have to continue the next time.
Yeah,
I think.
Okay, it's running. And ooh, I do
Looks
see
good.
a lot of information.
Okay.
Perfect. So now
So we get results. That's fine. Okay.
Can do
so
this.
we can do our first API call.
There you go.
Yeah.
All nice informations.
Yeah, nice one.
Perfect.
And that should be the same result we get on the iOS side.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna copy this down here. So I can have at least one answer. Okay, perfect. Well, I guess that's already it.
Yeah, that's
Pretty came really far today.
Yeah.
But it's not too
Almost a complete API.
right.
The whole backend, which we already have with Quarkus. But yeah.
Yeah. But it's, I think for an iOS or macOS developer, I think it's pretty easy to understand it.
Yeah.
Especially with a await and async part, because that's now a lot easier. Before you had futures and you had to do some crazy stuff with it. So I think this is really nice to understand, and even with the little helpers, wrap and wrap error, it should really be clear what exactly happens.
Okay.
That's it for today.
Yeah. Any questions in chat? Then now would be the best time to write them down.
Don't ask for the API key.
Yeah. Otherwise, if you missed the first Vapor episode a few weeks ago, it should be now available on YouTube.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Let's see.
No questions in chat, so
YouTube. I can just. Oh, that worked bravely.
you have all typo.
What the
fail?
Somebody, yeah. Awesome. Okay.
I think I have a chat command, but let me try something out.
YouTube.
Oh no, the bot isn't running.
There you go. Awesome backend. 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
For some reason, it tells me it's part 9 of, yeah. First part. So yes, you can of course watch this one. We are of course also on Twitch.
Yeah, in the series of the backend stuff, it's part 9.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And we have all our code, including this one. I will post it on our account's GitHub page.
We'll link it. Yeah, we link it in the. There you also have the Movie Time app. It's the iOS one.
Yeah.
Where you can have to look at the iOS code and yeah.
And the Kotlin backend and the Office Racer for those of you who can.
Who saw the stream on Wednesday?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
So yeah. I don't see any questions in chat. We have to check why the bot isn't working. So yeah, maybe Stefan can check this one till the next stream. And otherwise, yeah, we wish you all a nice weekend and see you next week on Thursday, I think, with the gaming stream.
Ah, true. Yes.
Yeah. And next Friday should be an IO stream. So
Yes. And as
Sure.
always, if you join one of the streams and they're not talking English, just tell them. And we can all speak English, and we're all more than happy to speak English if you want us to. So,
yeah. So then,
all right.
yeah, that's it for today.
Have a great weekend.
Bye bye.
Bye.